Grand and beautiful evening, everybody. Just going to make sure my sage is lit and it stays lit. I've been here doing some meditation and, spell writing petitions on a particular thing that I'm trying to do. Let me fix those words. A particular thing that I have brought into my life, but what I'd like to continue to bring into my life ongoing. So I've pretty much been in here just in my zone, making sure everything is as necessary. This particular ritual that I'm doing right now has a lot to do with maintaining upkeep and the flow of everything. Right now, I am going to take 16 pennies to surround my platter. I also have my John the Conqueror candle, as you guys can most likely see. And I have some frankincense and myrrh incense going. And then I also have my green candle going. What I'm going to do is start by placing 16 candles around my plate. This particular spell happened to just come to me out of the blue, and usually when stuff like this happens to me, it's really a message for me to put in some work, some necessary work. It's almost like a message, an alert, I should say. So I surrounded my plate and surrounded my candle with 16 pennies, along with, you guys to see that, my incense going, just to make sure the mood stays the way I want it to. I'm going to pause a lot in this because I'm really in deep thought and intention right now. I'm going to add to this a yellow taper candle. I'm just going to stick it down on here. There is a reason why I am going with yellow. Let's get that stuck down on there. And I'm also going to go ahead and put my green woman candle down on my plate. Make sure if you're using a plate, it's safe, which means fireproof, people, please. Before anything else, make sure it's fireproof. I wrote out my petition on both candles. You can write it out. You can carve it in. You can do whatever is necessary for you to do. So this is what the setup is going to look like. I also have 2 different types of ancestor money that I will burn. And I also wrote petitions on my ancestor money. 2 different types of ancestor money. I'm going to start off by coating my candle. Well, let's start with my John the Conqueror candle. Particular oils I'm working with. I will let you know what they are, but they are for my intent. I have lemongrass. I have rosemary. I have orange. And I also have peppermint. These are the oils that I will be working with. I'm starting off by doing what I need to do inside of my John the Conqueror candle. Inside of that candle, I'm going to add fresh herbs. I have my fresh rosemary that you guys, if you have been keeping up with me, you know I grow that myself. I'm going to put that down. You do not need to use a lot. I'm also going to add in some ground cloves. You don't need a lot. I usually just put it on my fingertips and sprinkle it in. I'm going to put in a little bit of chili powder. Pumpkin spice. I'm also going to add in a little bit of basil. Grains of paradise. And of course some cinnamon. I'm going to pick up that candle, give a look, make sure none of the stuff is anywhere around the wick. If it is, you're just going to brush it away. With my candle, yellow candle first, I'm going to put a little bit of peppermint down the candle as well. And just let it go right down the candle. Orange. Rosemary. And lemongrass. Now oil has fell down that candle, but it has also saturated the candle. What I want you guys to do, what I'm going to do, you don't have to. So I'm just going to put a little bit of rosemary at the bottom of that candle. How I like to dress my candles, particularly my Monday candles that's not inside of any type of glass or anything. I'm going to share that with you guys right now. And what I usually do is I set it on top of my ancestor money. Let me turn this way. Sorry, guys. I set it on top of my ancestor money. And what I usually do with the particular oils that I'm using, take the tops off. Could have left them off. Is I pour them into my hand. That's peppermint, orange, rosemary. This is not a lot of oil. These are drops. And lemongrass. What I'm going to do is take that, the oil, and I'm going to rub it down my candle. Pick your candle up and just rub it, keeping your intent in, all over. With those same oils, I'm going to drip oil down the candle. Again, I have the candle sitting on top of the two particular ancestor money that I am using. Then I'm going to take my different spices for my intents that I have and sprinkle that on the candle. The reserves is falling onto the ancestor money. Don't worry about getting messy because sometimes it's necessary. Now you're going to make sure that you clean everything off of your wick and let it fall down. Just get it away from the wick. I'm going to pick her up and place her back in her position. Carefully pick up the ancestor money with the remainings of what has fallen onto there. Set that down for a minute. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do with that. Again, my petition has been written on the candle. And I'm just going to turn it. My petitions has also been written on the different types of ancestor money. These are the 3 candles that I am using for this particular Now you're going to take the bills that you set your candle on and the rest of the herbs and spices that you use, and you're going to fold that towards you, thinking of what it is that you want. Holding it over your plate. Any droppings that fall, that's actually a good thing. Let them fall. You're now going to light your candles. Keep it in your intent. This is something that I particularly do to start my candle off the process. You're going to let that first ancestor money burn down until it forms an ash. Let it continue to burn down. The rest you will take and you just burn right onto your plate. Make sure you're always folding your petitions inwards towards you. Choose whatever number is comfortable for you to burn, and you stick with that. Watch the flame. Put your intentions in the flame. The first candle that you lit, you're going to go back to that because the ancestor money did make the flame go out. But you want to keep the ancestor money on the inside, and you're simply going to move it from around the wick. And relight it. And clogged it up. There we go. You want all of that to burn. What I choose to do while that's burning is take a little bit of catnip to seal the deal. This catnip seal the deal. Gonna take something to put that out. You're going to let your yellow and green candle continue to burn. The last candle that will be burning is the John the Conqueror candle, which is exactly what it's meant. Just want to share that with you guys. This is something that came to me, and I felt like I needed to make a video to share. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a very, very powerful outcome. Because when you think of something and you dream of something, as far as a spell or, work, it means something. And I was told to do this, and so therefore I'm doing it. So I'm going to move that into the center of a safe place and let that do what it needs to do. All right, guys.